I usually have my coffee. So this is one of my spots. Today I'm going to be giving you some advice. We're coming to Madeira this year in 2025. We still haven't figured it out, so we're going to have a coffee so we can wake up and figure it out, because I haven't had my coffee yet. Just came back from the dentist. So it's one of those, you know, working while we're vlogging videos. So let's get a coffee and we're going to get right into it, all right? The girls want to be in the video. They want to be famous. They recognize me because I come here often, right? So I usually park around here, and this is kind of my go-to coffee place. And usually I'll have a snack here as well, but I'm not gonna snack today because Andrea, we're in for a surprise later. We're gonna have a real lunch. Really? A real local lunch. I wanted to get into the first kind of tip. I'm not sure how many tips I'm putting in this video because we're working and vlogging, but
it's already in the title.
It's already in the title anyway, yeah, as Andrea mentioned. And the first tip is to book early, okay? It's February at the moment, and us at Hit the Road, if you don't know, we run the best tour company in the world. We are fully booked for like 2 weeks or something in February, all right? Which is crazy, it's unheard of. Our January was 80% higher than last year, and last year was already good, at least at our business. Now, of course, we do great work, okay? But I'm pretty sure this is kind of like unanimous around Madeira. You can see a lot of people here. It's not me trying to sell my fish. My fish is being sold, all right? Portuguese way of saying it. But yes, you know, I don't want you guys to miss out, so book early. We're gonna have our coffee, we're gonna make a little bit of a plan, Andrea, and we're gonna get onto it. So yeah, let's go explore Funchal. I'm here almost once a week buying biscuits for my secret sunrise tour, which you can find on Patreon in the links. We'll talk about that later, right? And also because we discovered some really nice cookies. If you saw the last video, yeah, this is the old cookie factory in Funchal. It's like over 100 years, 1890 something or 1880 something or something like that. And they make the best cookies in Funchal. We're gonna get into the next tip. First, we're gonna show you these cookies. And then we're gonna get into the next tip. So I'm gonna talk about my favorites. I'm gonna show you guys my favorites, if they let me. I'm sure they will. And we're gonna buy some cookies, hey? Yeah.
Yeah,
let's do it. Aveia e chocolate, right? Aveia is oats and chocolate is one of my favorites. Amêndoa, gengibre, well, I've got these already at home. Ginger, coco e cereja. You remember these with the little cherry thing?
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan. There's manteiga, butter biscuits, brood, mel. This is the normal, this is the traditional ones. But I like the ones, here they are. Yeah, Beijing's the Avelin. Avelin is hazelnut?
Hazel, yes.
Yeah, and you can see they got one in the middle of the cookie. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. These things are addictive. I bought one pack, I'm gonna buy two. And I might as well get into tip number 2, all right? So tip number 2 of this part is to stay in Funchal, okay? If it's your first time in Madeira, you wanna make your life easy and you wanna stay in Funchal. Some of these tips are gonna piss off some people, all right? Because people are gonna be like, oh yeah, he's got an agenda or some story, you know? But no, trust me, if it's your first time in Madeira, you should stay in Funchal. We'll get more into that, into why in a bit. I don't want to be doing the whole report inside the factory. So let me get this and then we get out and we'll talk about it a little bit more. Aveia,
amêndoa e mel de cana.
Aveia, amêndoa e mel de cana.
Sim, sim.
Que eu nunca ouvi deste, e estou aqui 16 anos da Madeira e nunca ouvi disto.
Já tem 5 anos.
5 anos? Ah, ok, então é uma coisa nova.
Sim,
Relativamente nova.
Recente, mas é mais o best-seller.
É o best-seller da fábrica. E já sei porquê, porque já comprei um, portanto...
Quer provar também temos.
Sim, era bom para o André, que ele ainda não provou. One day I'd love to do some kind of like you know, like documentary style thing on these guys. Would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Vai abrir?
Não, já está aberto. Só que é mesmo para pronto.
Ok, mas é para o André aqui. E já
partilha.
provei. E estou de dieta. Estou a brincar. É um saquinho para isto tudo. Se faz favor. Old school azulejo type thing, and it says, yeah, Madeirans try mochi for the first time, Funchal 2024. So the cool thing about Madeira being so popular these days is that there's a lot of new things coming, right? And obviously for people who don't like new things, they could feel like threatened. They'd be like, this is not traditional, this is not new or whatever. But I think it's actually pretty cool for the people who live here, right? So if you're visiting, maybe you don't want to try this stuff, but the people who live here, maybe you want to try something different every now and then. And I had one of these after one of our races. I ran the half marathon in January that I actually wanted to film, but we didn't land up doing it. And somebody gave me one of these, Santa, thank you. Our friend Santa gave us one each kind of thing. I don't know which flavor it was, so I'm guessing that we got the right one, but it was delicious. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Coconuts? Yeah, awesome. And then strawberry.
Is this one?
Yes, thank you very much. I think this was the one that I tried, Andrea, so you can try that one.
Sure.
All right. And I'll try this one. I don't know exactly what it is. It's like kind of soft and almost slimy. If you know in the comments, let us know what exactly this is. But it is pretty tasty, very sweet. If you've got a sweet tooth, I think you'll like it. It's approved.
Yeah.
This one is coconut raspberry. It's nice. If you're anything like me, all right, somebody who drives for a living, somebody who commutes for a living every day, then when you're on vacation, you don't want to be doing these kinds of things. So I'm a professional in the tourism industry. I'm a professional to help people have a good time on vacation. And I think a lot of people have kind of forgotten a little bit the distinction between a vacation and a workcation, all right, or work and vacation. So when you're on vacation, you want to chill out. You don't want to be having to work, all right? And Funchal, staying in Funchal means you can walk, right? You can walk, you can take taxis, you can, you know, it's not a big deal to go from one hotel to another, to get from your dinner reservation back to your hotel. You don't need to drive. And this leads me to my third point, and everyone's gonna get pissed off about this. Point number 3, that you shouldn't rent a car, and I'm going to explain, all right? It's going to be tougher, especially this year. If we had the summer we had last year, if we have the summer this year that I think will be even more than last year, that means it's going to be tougher to park, it's going to be tougher to drive, it's going to be tougher to go around logistically around the island. Let's say you stay a week in Funchal, right? You can go exploring for 2 or 3 days, and the other days you can explore Funchal, you can chill by the pool, you can go by the beach, you can walk around, you can relax, you can sleep in, you can do what you want to do on vacation, right? Don't feel guilty, all right, that you're on vacation and you're having something nice somewhere that's maybe touristic or whatever. That's the point, all right? You're on vacation. You cannot drink and drive, all right? Nobody can drink and drive. You're gonna have to find parking everywhere. You're gonna have to make your own itinerary. You're gonna have to navigate the dodgy roads, all right? Because there are some dodgy roads. Not all of them, all right? And if you're a good driver and a decent driver, you'll be fine. But you're gonna have to navigate the roads, and then you're also gonna have to navigate the weather and all sorts of things. Being on a tour, being with a group, you don't need to worry about anything, and you can actually enjoy yourself. Look out the window, enjoy the views, all right? Have somebody take photos for you, etc. Anyway, I feel like I'm yapping. Like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you want to know about Madeira. We're here to help. And stick around, there's more good stuff coming. I need to track someone down for a client, and we're gonna do that quickly, Andrea. Yeah, so these guys, as you may know, VMT Madeira, my favorite boat company in Funchal. If it wasn't for them, right, I wouldn't be where I am. When I started my business 13 years ago, they were the ones who started selling for me, believing in me when no one else did. All right, so big up to VMT Madeira. And we've got cool things coming in the channel. We're gonna do like a boat thing in the summer. We're gonna do different boat trips and explain the boat trips. But one of the best things you can do in Funchal is take a boat trip. And VMT Madeira is one of the best guys.
By the way, that boat thing, is it a promise to the subscribers?
It's a promise. It's a promise, yes, it's a promise. It's a promise, of course. Come, let's go, let's move. One of our favorite monuments here in Funchal. I love my history, I love good stories, but I'm not a historian, right? And actually one of the biggest kind of projects that I've had for this year, I've bought this crazy book. It's a bit of insider information, but I got this crazy book. Do you know, have you heard about the new book, Andrea, the 1,600 page book?
Yes.
You have?
That's a new one.
Of course he's heard about it, right? By Rui Carita. There it is, Rui Carita, História da Madeira. I just got this book because of Lisa. Lisa found the book and, found the book on my Instagram. Lisa found the book. And if you don't know Lisa, she does a free walking tour of Funchal and she will explain this much better than I am about to. But basically there's Henry the Navigator out here who was a head honcho in Portugal for a long time. And what is really interesting is that these blocks, and I don't know if they've been repainted, but they used to have numbers on them. Did you know this?
They used to.
They all have numbers so that they can put the same blocks when they rebuilt it. And I can't remember why. Do you remember why they had to rebuild it? No.
I don't know.
Lisa knows the story. So they all have numbers on them so they knew where to put them back, which is kind of interesting and a very Portuguese thing to do. Tip number 4 I wanted to get into was to choose the right operator, the right guide, the right service provider, right? Don't just book the first thing you see. And again, maybe some people are going to be annoyed with me on this one, but try and stay away from these kinds of resale sites, these travel agencies, what we in the business call OTAs. Companies like Viator, Get Your Guide, The Fork, Expedia, there's an easiness to it and that they work, right? But there are also a lot of new operators and not everyone is a seasoned professional. And I advise you, even if you are booking through these guys, to look up who you're going with and to check up if they are actually someone you want to go with. If they are licensed and insured, all right? All Portuguese tour operators have insurance numbers that require us by law to have insurance according to Portuguese law. Those that are registered will have that number and some companies don't, so be very, very careful who you book with and try and find out more about the company that you're going with. We're going for lunch for our typical Madeiran lunch today. This video is just about annoying everybody. We're going to annoy the crap out of everyone today. But we're going to have a typical Madeiran lunch and we're going to talk about tip number 5, which is the most important tip. Let's go. This is Marina Shopping, one of the first shopping centers in Funchal. It's actually being redone, so it's a little bit upside down here. But inside is an establishment that I want to show you. And also, fun little fact, this little souvenir shop here in the end is where I got my map for the video that we did about crossing Madeira east to west hiking, my hiking map. This little shop is pretty awesome. There's a lot of cool little Madeiran souvenirs inside there, very old school lady running it. So we're not gonna go there now because we're hungry, but you guys might want to pop in there. It's pretty cool. Anyway, we got to go through the middle entrance. So we're going this way. I'm justifying this that today is leg day at the gym. So it's almost 1 o'clock. I think by 3:34 I'll probably be able to actually, hit the gym and take out all of my carbs. Anyway, for the vlog, right, Brisa Maracujá, if you guys don't know what this is the soda made in Madeira, right, by the oldest soda company in Portugal, okay? These guys started their soda company, I think it was 8 or 11 years before Coca-Cola, with the product called Laranjal, which is a topic for another video. But if you haven't, you need to try Brisa, made in Madeira, Maracujá, passion fruit. And yes, today we are in a local restaurant that's locally known. All right, it's an Italian restaurant, but it was founded in 1983. My favorite pizza place, La Carbonara in the center of Funchal. They've got another one in Caniço as well, which is fantastic. Myself and Andrea are gonna have a very typical Madeiran pizza. All right, something that everyone who was growing up in Madeira, from what I can understand, would have eaten at some point in their lives, right, Andrea?
Yes. Most definitely.
Most definitely. When I came here and I was first made my friends, this is what everyone was eating. And we are going to definitely annoy some Italians. So maybe you can guess what's on the pizza that maybe shouldn't be on the pizza, right? One of the things, but I love this pizza. And okay, it's leg day. So, we're gonna, the day before Valentine's leg day, it's gonna be a calorie heavy weekend for sure. Here we go. Pineapple, shrimp, olives, and cocktail sauce. It's amazing. Trust me. So my wife changes this up. She takes the pineapple out and puts banana. So when we're at home, we order this pizza, but instead of having it with pineapple, shrimp, and cocktail sauce and cheese, of course, we have it with banana, shrimp, and cocktail sauce, which is also really nice. But it's not so typical Madeira, right? Even though banana, it probably should be, right? It probably should be more banana than pineapple, with all the banana that we have. But if you want to know more about kind of like my favorite places to eat, I've compiled a list. There's a little bit of a mix in there of like some fine dining places, some local places, some valuable places, and again, just places that I like to go to. Most of them are in Funchal, but there are one or two outside. So you can find that on Patreon, or if you book a tour with us, you get it for free.
By the way, I think all the Italians left the video already.
All the Italians have left the chat, haven't they?
Banana on pizza.
No. Secret elevator, hey? So yeah, this is one of my favorite places to come and impress people. So whenever I get like meetings and things like that, I come here. And I think Funchal is not complete without a good rooftop. So here we go. If you're one of those persons that didn't get, the $2 million villa with a huge view of Funchal, right? Don't feel so bad, because there are rooftops where you can come and pay a little bit more for a coffee. But it's so much more than that. For me, it's a nice quiet place. There's not a lot of people here right now, like you can tell. And it's a great place to show off. So usually if I've got a meeting, business meeting, or if I have someone that, that's just arrived and wants to see me or something, this is kind of one of the places that I use to do that. So I actually wanted to do that now in the morning, but then I thought, it just makes sense logistically for us to do it this way around. So here we are at the end of the video, which is point number 5, right, is to take time to actually enjoy and relax your vacation. So many people get so worked up on, the planning side of it, and they want to fit in everything and every little 5 minutes, and don't leave space for actually enjoying your time in Madeira. Even I'm guilty of this, because I work so hard that sometimes I'm not strolling through Funchal and actually enjoying the views and whatever. So I like to take these times off when I can to actually kind of do that. So when you're planning your trip, make sure that you've got 2 or 3 days to kind of chill by the pool, or afternoons or something, chill by the pool, enjoy a cocktail here or there, sit by the beach, have a stroll through the town. Make sure that you've got time to do that. If you're going to be planning all this stuff, you're not going to have time to do that. you're not going to be able to do any of that kind of stuff. And like I mentioned before, if you want more help on everything planning Madeira related, you can check out our Patreon account. You can sign up for free and get this webinar, which is all about your first time in Madeira, and where I sat down with a whiteboard and I kind of explained, I drew the island in and I explained how to, kind of plan your trip there, some best practices, how to deal with the weather, all these kinds of things, best places to stay, restaurants, hotels. It's all in that guide and much more. Also, if you want to support the channel, if you want to buy us a coffee or a poncha, then you can do that. And for only, I think it's €4.50, you can support this channel, and you can also be entered into the draw to win a vacation in Madeira. So I'm already speaking with the people who won last year's vacation, and we are already organizing this year's vacation for them already in July. So we're very excited about that. And of course, you guys have the opportunity to do that as well. If you sign up for our Patreon, you'll get entered into the draw for however many months you are supporting the channel is one entry into the draw. So the more you support us, the more chances you have of winning. Remember, it's not a casino, right? This is something that we give out of our own hearts. So, and no flights included. So it's accommodation and tours, a hit the road style. It's well worth it. You guys are gonna love it. And I'm also working on the Funchal guide because, as I mentioned before, I had 1 or 2 clients that I've been looking after for their whole trip. So we do offer this service as well. And I'm gonna be going out with them for 4 or 5 days in my Jeep. And they're also going to be doing a boat trip. One of them is going to be doing some paragliding, some canyoning, all these kinds of things, some hiking as well. And I wanted to get something to put together in Funchal. So I've already booked one of my clients with Lisa, like I mentioned before, but I also wanted to kind of think about this a little bit and write up a little Funchal guide, which will be on Patreon as well, because then that way, my work is done, and the next person who say, what should I do in Funchal? I'll be like, you know what? There's the guide. There's all my favorite things I think you should see in Funchal. So that's coming to Patreon as well as some other cool things. So I think we nailed it, eh, Andrea?
Yeah, you got the coffee,
right.
You got the cookies, you got
a
full belly of Madeiran style pizza.
I'm pretty sure there's loads of value in this video. I wanted to make, we're not going to make the same content every year, so you can go back and see some of our older videos about 10 tips to visit Madeira and 15 tips to visit Madeira, 5 things not to do in Madeira. That's all on our channel already. So I wanted to do something that was a little bit more relatable to now, to what's going on, and I wanted to kind of show you guys that. So I hope you got value out of it. Let us know, comment, and boa tarde. I would say ching ching, but this is not quite, it's not poncha. So it's just coffee. So say cheers, so ciao, I guess.
Let's hit the road.
Let's hit the road, that's it. Oh, what about you, Andrea? Do you come here a lot?
Not really.
No.
But I might now come more time. More often.
It's not your first time up here, right?
No, it's not. It's not. I've been up here with you.
You've been up here with me.
Yeah, and another.
When we did the rooftop videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a good video, by the way.
It's a good video for people watching.
Yeah, exactly. Well.
All right, let's get to work, huh?
Bye.